Let's do it. Bando. Let's do it.
We ain't even gon' play with the all switch slide. Try to slide over here, your ass go down. Slide boss on the Glock, now his ass in the sky. Try to drop in the grease, his ass got fried. Watch out for the slime, who be one of your plate. Try to slide out the shit, I'ma catch me a fade. If I see him in club, I'ma catch me a case. And I'm high as a bitch, cause I feel like I'm lazy.
Yeah.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Dolo, and I'm back with another video. My nigga Addy with me. Today we're gonna be reacting to the 5-2 terrifying horror stories animated. You already know how we get. Say what's up, Addy.
Yo. LUHH underscore ADI, you feel me? That's y'all my shit up.
No free promo, bro. Sorry, nah. You ready to start the video?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, that's that.
I was 16 and looking for a new gaming PC to buy on Craigslist. I had just gotten my first job and wanted to treat myself after my first paycheck. I was online pretty much every day after work, scrolling through any new listings, until one of them looked good. It was a 3-year-old Alienware with some decent specs, listed for only $200.
They don't got good specs. Well, this was probably back then. If he got good specs for 200, bro, he should have knew something, bro.
Definitely a scam.
He should have knew something, bro. They trying to kidnap him. They trying to get that butt.
They try to get freaky with, bro.
That's Dave on the other side.
In the description, it said they had recently upgraded to a newer PC and had no use for this one, but that it still works just fine. I sent him an email, and he got back to me quickly. We exchanged a few back and forth messages before agreeing to meet up the next day. He told me to meet him at a specific grocery store parking lot at 8 p.m. It was kind of far, so I suggested somewhere else that we could meet halfway, but he made a bunch of excuses as to why he couldn't.
You trying to get him far away from home, Addy?
You trying to get in that butt, bro. We already know.
He said he was going to be busy all week and wouldn't be able to drive very far, so if I wanted it, I'd have to pick it up near him. Although finding it a little annoying, I still thought the deal was worth it and agreed to pick it up. In the morning, I thought about it some more and almost decided to call it off, but then he sent me a few videos to show that the PC was working and also said that if there were any issues, he would refund me, so it made me feel better about it. I went through with
trying to get him
driving 35.
Hold on, let's start it off. Bro got a car and a job. He's 16. He on a good path.
Hell yeah. Bro. Man, fuck all that, bro. The man was trying to get him comfortable. He was trying to get him to, you feel me? He was trying to, yeah.
Beat him, man.
Come on over here so I can put it in real quick. On some shit.
He got beat.
The man wildin'.
Nah, for real.
5 minutes to the grocery store that he said to meet at. Right as I pulled into the parking lot, I saw a truck in the far back. It was the only car in the whole parking lot, and the grocery store's lights.
Why would he meet with a nigga off offer up or whatever Facebook Market and at nighttime by himself?
Oh yeah, he got him. He got him. Look at him.
He is slow, bro. I would not do
This
that.
very suspicious, bro.
Were off,
I'm not going.
like it was already
Even in the daytime, I'm not going by myself to meet with nobody. No random nigga. You tripping.
closed. I had thought the whole point of meeting at a grocery store was because it was a safe, public place, so this was kind of defeating the purpose. Having already driven almost 40 minutes though, I still pulled in and hoped it would go smoothly. I parked by his truck and got out. The man sitting inside leaned over and looked down from his window. He didn't smile or greet me or anything. He just looked down like he was inspecting me, which was a really uncomfortable feeling. Then he got out.
Nigga, where's the PC? Get the PC.
He said, "Oh yeah, I like this one. I want this one all to myself. Look at him."
As soon as he stepped out the car with no PC, bro, I would have started swinging on him, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Bro, he looked like a freaky ass nigga, bro. He looked like a diddler, bro. He said, "Yeah, I like that."
All you need is a
That nigga straight, hey, you in the party hardy?
He was an older guy, like late 40s or 50s. He had brown hair that was thinning in the front, and just from a quick look at him, you could tell there was something wrong. I stood a few feet away, trying to keep my distance as he walked around and opened the back door. Inside, I could see the computer sitting on the seat, but not the one closest to us. It was on the other seat, further inside the truck. He then pointed into the truck and said I could take it out and look at it.
Nah, he gonna stuff
You can't
His
just
hand
grab
was
it,
still
bro.
on the
He
door,
gonna stuff him in, no diddy. He gonna put him in there.
and he just
said, "Nah,
watched
go
me,
ahead, crawl in
waiting
there.
for
I
me
got
to
something."
crawl in and grab it.
I'm like,
I stood there awkwardly for a second as my eyes moved between him and the truck before I noticed a small detail. The handle on the inside of the door that he was holding open
off.
was missing. It wouldn't
Yeah.
take a genius to assume what this was. I started backing away from him and hurried into my car. He yelled at me to come back, but I pulled out right away. The guy rushed into his truck, and instead of following me, he drove off in the other direction. There's absolutely no doubt that if I'd crawled into his back seat, he would have slammed the door behind me. With no handle on the inside, it was obvious it was a trap.
At least he was smart to know that, but he should never went there at night anyway.
It was a lot of red flags, bro.
He should never went there at night anyway, bro. Like, by yourself, and you 16.
Unfortunately, all I had was his email to send to the police, but there was no tracing it. I just hope nobody else falls for his disturbing Craigslist scam. I've checked a few times since then to see if his ad was back up for the PC, hoping to set him up with the police or something. So far, I haven't.
That's his problem. You just gotta mind your business, bro. Mind your business. As long as he ain't after you, mind your business.
Nigga thought he was catch a predator.
Nigga thought he was Captain Save him.
seen anything, but he could just be using a different alias and trying to scam with a different item. My advice is to stay away from Craigslist.
No shit.
I was using Craigslist to find a condo
It's
or
always
room in a
Craigslist, bro.
So, all these jump finna be Craigslist.
Oh, you know.
house to live in for a few months. Most normal apartments only have 1-year leasing terms, but Craigslist was full of private owners renting out their places or rooms. Usually they were cheaper, and the owners were more willing to negotiate on the length of the lease. I had about a month to search, and I found and viewed a few places, but they all backed out last minute.
House for rent, 3,000.
Then I found another one, looking about the same as all the others. It was a room for rent in a home 20 minutes from me.
22-year-old.
The person listing it was a 22-year-old young guy. After reaching out, we texted back and forth for a few days before booking a time for me to view the room. When I drove out there and got to the street his address was on, I definitely felt a little less excited. The houses looked like they were barely standing.
Bro in the trenches. He in the trenches.
They stopped playing with him, bro. He said, bro, I'm finna set up the trap.
Or just not taken care of at all.
Oh, that's the...
Lots of yards were overgrown and even had junk in their front lawns. I guess this is what you get when you can't afford anything better though. I hoped maybe the one I was viewing would be a little more taken care of, but when I parked in the driveway of the home, it looked like all the rest. I still figured I'd give it a shot while I was here, so I got out and pressed the doorbell. It didn't work, so I knocked. Immediately, heavy footsteps came up to the other side of the door. There was a really uncomfortable pause, like maybe a whole 15 seconds. Then he opened it just a crack. I could only see half of his face as he asked me my name. I nervously smiled and answered. Then he opened it all the way and welcomed me inside. He was tall and somewhat thin, with shoulder-length hair and some tattoos showing on his neck, but it was obvious that he was not in his 20s. He was at least mid-30s, maybe even older. I was already standing inside the house at this point though, and he was leading me through the hallway.
He got killed tatted on his neck.
The man was actually moving really fast, like he was trying to show me everything in a hurry, and talking non-stop, which made it hard for me to think too long about anything, or realize how odd the situation was. The kitchen was very old and beat up. Some of the cabinets were partially open and loosely hanging on their hinges. He only spent a few seconds in there before moving into the next hallway that had two.
That's the real definition of you get what you pay for, though.
No bullshit. I'm straight. No, I'm good, twin.
I don't look like it smell like cigarettes and ashes, Red Bulls.
2 doors in it. He went up to the first and turned to face me. "This one will be your room," he said, opening the door and gesturing to me to have a look. This was when I finally.
But just like, I don't know how people rent out places anyway, like a room, and gotta live with other people. I could not do that regardless, though.
Bro, I don't, bro. If I don't know you, bro, I don't want to be around you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit wild.
Niggas be tripping. I'd rather be homeless than they do that.
But shit, he down bad, bro.
Finally had a moment to catch my breath and think about this. I figured it was probably best just to continue through with the tour, since I was already in the home, and then obviously never come back. But as I stood there, having only hesitated for maybe 3 or 4 seconds though, the man suddenly got angry. Like his face and whole demeanor instantly.
He just popped the ear, bro, tripping. Bro,
He said, "I'm angry."
Changed. He didn't say another word, but started walking toward me. I quickly backed away, to which he matched my pace and started moving quicker in my direction. I turned and sprinted down the hallway.
He on your ass.
When I left the house, I heard him stop at the front door and slam it shut behind me. I felt so stupid for having even entered the home, after already realizing that things were not adding up. I know technically nothing happened, but everything was pointing to an awful outcome. After that, I was too terrified to even try Craigslist again.
Niggas just talking.
I live on the East Coast.
Ain't shit.
There's a lot of homesteads around here, or just in general, off-grid cabins and houses. Some of them aren't fully off-grid, but they're just far out, and on large properties with 40+ acres of land. It's normal around here to buy used tools and equipment from neighbors or others in the area. At the time, I was doing construction on my property and was in need of a flatbed trailer for my truck so I could haul more materials from the hardware stores. These are absurdly expensive, but since almost everyone around here has them, there's a lot of used ones people want to get rid of. Craigslist was the first and only.
Damn, he is ugly. God, and he's the definition of a face a mother can love, bro. Only a face a mother can love.
Is this a vid or is this for fun?
This a vid. Alright, damn, like, bro, why is his eyes so far apart, bro? He look like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age, bro.
Site that I checked on. There were actually a
I swing my sword, Kenneth. Like, no.
bunch for sale, and I sent out multiple emails. Only one of them replied though, and we scheduled a good time for me to stop by. All I really knew going into it was that his name was Devin, and that he had what I needed. Again, this was a super common thing around here that I'd done a million times before, so I had no worries going in.
What happened?
He got on a short sleeve hoodie, bro. This nigga weird.
White people, bro.
This nigga weird.
Into it.
This nigga had a coat.
I drove about an hour from my
God,
place
he's just
through
getting
mostly
uglier.
national forest roads until I made it to his driveway.
Then he
It
got
was like
Addy
most
low.
around here, just a thin gravel
Nah,
road
shorty,
into
his
the
shit longer
woods.
and fatter than my
I
nose.
drove through and up to his house.
Take
That
that
ain't
vape
no.
off
It
your
was a
face.
very small
That ain't no
and really
yam or no
old-looking
vape, bro.
wooden
I don't know
cabin
what the fuck
with
that
a
is.
clearing in the trees leading up to it.
That's that
The
Pinocchio
thing that I
nose.
first noticed, though, was that there was no flatbed trailer on the property. I mean, it's a huge thing. It couldn't just be hiding behind a tree or something, so I expected to see it right when I pulled in.
Red
The
flag
only
one.
thing I could think of was that there must be a garage or a shed in the back that he kept it in. Anyway, I parked in the grass and got out. I stood there for a few seconds to see if he'd come out and meet me, but he didn't. So I walked up to the porch and knocked on the door. While waiting, I couldn't tell if any of the lights were on inside. The curtains were covering the windows, and the sun was still setting, so it was too hard to tell. After waiting for a whole minute, though, nobody had come to the door, and I started to feel like nobody was even home.
Damn, bro, he got that J forehead. That shit fat as hell, my nigga. God damn,
If you don't get you better not tell a lie nose ass. Fat nose ass.
bro, bro. You know the nigga I met on Monkey, bro. He look like that nigga, bro. God damn,
Look,
his shit fuck.
the window, bro. Yeah, I peep that.
Nah, for real, I was about to say something about that. Fuck this nigga face, bro. His face about to be gone, bro. That house look creepy, bro.
Nah, for real. And the window, bro. Nobody not come to the door. I would love, bro. White people are so dumb, bro. People are like, nah, let me knock on the back door.
It's that horror movie shit.
Nah, let me climb in the
Then
window.
I got a text. It was from Devin, saying to come
Go around
around
that.
to the back of the cabin, where he had the trailer
No.
at. I
Nut
felt
shit.
something off about it, but also I did assume that it might be kept in the
Nah, this nigga,
backyard,
no, he was just like,
so
oh,
I
these guys
walked
get a little
around to at
crazy
least have a
sometimes.
look. When I looked around the corner, all I saw were trees. I walked a bit further, stopping on the side of the cabin, just before reaching the back. There wasn't even a clearing behind the
Bro, we
cabin.
finna kidnap your
It
dumb
was
ass,
just
bro.
woods, going as far as I could see.
So soon as you saw that, why you ain't turn
I'd
around?
had enough at this point. I started walking back to my truck, but suddenly heard something behind me. I turned and looked at the woods again, not seeing anything. What I heard sounded like someone approaching from just around the corner. I continued walking, quickening my pace, before hearing
Should've
loud
ran.
footsteps pushing through the grass behind me. I only caught
On
a
your ass.
small view.
Jeffrey
Oh,
Dahmer.
hell no. Why he running like that? Why he running like that?
Nigga run like he got shit in his ass.
nigga look like a gremlin. I'm scared of you, bro.
Nigga like,
That nigga run like he got a doo
Hell no, he. Why he look like, bro? Why they look like long lost twins too, bro? They look a little too similar.
they do look like,
Oh,
of the
hell
guy
no.
charging at me before I booked it from my truck.
On your ass like white on rice.
I don't know if he gave up right away, or had something
still
else in
sitting
mind,
there.
or what. But when I got
Like, it's
in
right.
and looked back at the cabin,
That's right,
the guy
creepier than
was
the
gone.
situation, bro.
all the windows was broke. I didn't even realize that. I only saw one broken window.
Yeah, these niggas weird,
And
bro.
he still was walking
I
up.
got out of
to him,
there
you feel
and
me?
drove to the nearest town, where I got in contact with the police. The short of it is that the state didn't even know about any cabin built on that land, as it was supposed to be an unoccupied parcel. When they
Get your dumb
investigated,
ass.
it was clearly abandoned, with there
Dumbass.
obviously being no intent to sell me anything. The guy was definitely setting me up for some kind of harmful intent. My guess is that he was hiding along the back wall of the cabin, waiting to jump me as soon as I came around. Luckily, I knew something was up and didn't walk all the way back there. If I had,
You should have knew
who
something was
knows
up
where
when
I'd
you
be
seen the
right now.
abandoned cabin.
Nah, real shit.
Bro, the houses with the abandoned cab is always weird, bro.
Nah, for real. I wouldn't even go in the woods like that, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's like the fourth story.